The Department of Personnel and Training, DoPT, successfully implemented the Hon'ble Prime Minister's vision for Induction Training Programme for cutting-edge level government functionaries. To take this a step further, DoPT, with the guidance of Secretary P, has come up with the initiative of blended training program called Comprehensive Online Modified Modules for Induction Training, COMMIT. This video is only a part of COMMIT program conducted by the Department of Personnel and Training, DoPT, for government employees. Some of the course material I felt is so important and informative that I thought I must share this with you, and sharing this only meant for education and knowledge purpose. There is no any other intention lies behind sharing it. I would have shared every unit of the modules as they were so informative, knowledge-oriented and interesting, but I cannot. Because these course materials are designed to train government staff and I am not authorized to do it. Whatever few videos I published is only for the sake of knowledge and its importance. At the end, I would like to say that any person working under DoPT or directly involved and own the COMMIT program find it not suitable may contact me with your details and I shall remove it immediately. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to the unit on penalties. By the end of this unit, you will be able to describe the penalties as per RTI Act 2005. Penalty shall be imposed for refusal to receive without reasonable cause any application for information or not furnishing information within the time limit without reasonable cause. RTI Act also specifies penalty in case of malified denying of a request for information, knowingly giving incorrect information, knowingly giving incomplete or misleading information, destroying information which was the subject of request, and obstructing in any manner in furnishing the information. The burden of proving or acting reasonably and diligently shall lie on the PIO. In case of persistent and serious violations, disciplinary action against the PIO shall be recommended. The Information Commission (IC) can impose a fine on the Public Information Officers (PIOs) of ₹250 per day, subject to a total penalty not exceeding ₹25,000. Only High Courts and the Supreme Court have the jurisdiction under the RTI Act. This Act does not apply to intelligence and security organizations notified by the central or state government like RAW, IB, BSF and others. However, even if such exempted organizations, information related to corruption and human rights violations should be given. However, even in such exempted organizations, information related to corruption and human rights violations should be given. Appellant Subhash Chandra's piece of land was acquired by the Delhi Development Authority. He received a certificate from the DDA in 1989 that he would be given a plot of land apart from being compensated. However, he did not get anything. Subsequently, he wrote several letters to the DDA to honor the assurance given to him. In the process, nearly 17 years passed. Finally, he filed a right to information application with the DDA requesting inspection of file notings and daily progress made so far regarding his application. The Delhi Development Authority replied that locating the file would be difficult as it was an old record. Not satisfied, he filed an application before the Information Commission. The Commission observed, the officer feels that the Delhi Development Authority almost has a right to misplace or lose a file only because it is old. The Commission would like to advise the officer sending such a reply to go to the National Archives at Janpath and see how more than 200-year-old records are preserved. It may be an education to her. The Commission also directed the Delhi Development Authority to pay compensation to the appellant, saying that the appellant went through a period of great anxiety and uncertainty because of the carelessness of the Delhi Development Authority for years. The order said no amount of financial compensation could be considered enough for putting a citizen through such mental torture. However, the Commission directs the Delhi Development Authority to pay Rs 50,000 as token compensation to him. The Commission feels that this amount should be recovered from the persons who have handled the file so casually. Let us do a review quiz to check your understanding. Given here are some questions. Your task is to choose the correct option for each question. Let us now recap the key points of the unit. In this unit, you have learnt that IC can impose a fine on the PIO of Rs 250 per day, subject to a total penalty not exceeding Rs 25,000. And in case of persistent and serious violations, it shall recommend disciplinary action against the PIO. You have successfully completed all the units of this module. You may now move on to the next module.